Okay, so this video, we're hopefully going to do tires, hood, gauges, and there's a fourth thing, I forget, bash guard. So yeah, I'm going to take off all the wheels. One of them has a slow leak, so I'm going to get that in and take it to the Garcia tire guys and let them find out what the slow leak is, and I want to clean up the rest of these. So they're actually not bad. The light's kind of terrible here, but they feel pretty good. So I got all the lug nuts here in the tin. I like to use apple cider vinegar. It does a good job of removing rust if you can let it sit for a couple days, especially off of chrome. And so then I can wax them, buff them, whatever I want to do. So I got all the wheels out here, got the slow leak fixed, and time to degrease them and clean them as best I can and get ready to paint them. Okay, there they are. I'm going to let them dry for a little bit, go have some lunch. Then I'll come out with a wire brush and start prepping them, mask them, get them ready to paint. So these wheels cleaned up pretty great, actually. I degreased them, double degreased them, and so I'm going to rough up the paint. I'm just going to hit them with some white, give them a nice coat, and keep moving. Okay, so I did a super fast masking job, and now I'm busting out, oh crap, busting out the turbo paint. The sun's starting to set, temperatures are dropping, and it's getting dark. Okay, they look pretty good. I don't see any bad spots. Yeah, they look pretty good. I actually spent quite a bit of time masking them off, so they should look real good when they come out. Okay, so now I'm going to do something that it's kind of against the rules, but I'm going to spray it with a little bit of Wimbledon white, and I know that's Ford. Sorry. It has a little bit of a yellow to it. It's like an antique white. And so I kind of want to just frost them a little bit with that. That Rust-Oleum, I like it, but it's almost like a icy blue white. And so this Wimbledon, they'll give it just a little bit of an off-white color to it and more of a antique white, yellow white. I got a little nervous that it was too yellow, so now I went back and I hit it again with some more of the white, and I like it. So I was planning on doing some work on the truck this morning, and I got a call. I got invited to come out and look at a 69 Ford F100. And I don't really know much about it.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Ranchitos Road.
And so, yeah, I'm going to go look at it, and who knows what will happen. But it's had one owner for the last 40 years. And so we'll see what's going on. Okay, so I'm kind of out here in the middle of nowhere looking for this truck. Not sure what to expect, but I'll keep going. So yeah, somewhere out here is a truck. Supposedly the truck is just up ahead. Okay, so I made it out to the truck, and it wasn't quite what I was hoping for. I thought that there was a chance it could be a short bed, which I was kind of excited about. And as you can see, it's not. They wanted a lot more money than I thought it was worth. They're wanting like $3,000 for it. And although it's not rusted very much, there were a couple spots in the fenders, which it had also been banged up in one of the fenders. But I was told that it was running 3 years ago, and clearly it was not running 3 years ago. It's pretty complete, though. I think it probably would run and drive just fine. It's an automatic, which was kind of a bummer, but it is a big block of some sort. It might be the 360 I think they came with, or it could be a 390. I'm not real sure. I don't know those engines that well. In 69, that would have been the FEs. The guy told me if they changed their mind on the price that, he'd let me know. But, I mean, he'd have to change his mind quite a bit. It's kind of cool. Windshield was busted. If anyone's interested, send me a message. I can connect you with the guy. It's out in the middle of nowhere. You're going to need some sort of heavy-duty trailer, four-wheel drive combo of some sort. Okay, so I'm back at the house here. Some parts have come in. So I got the driving fog lights here, got some new taillight lenses, also got the hood braces for that kinked hood, the dash here. I'm trying to figure out, I guess I got to figure out if I'm going to have a heater in it or not. If not, I could put a gauge there, and then up here I could fit the other two, which is kind of tempting, but I've got to decide if I'm gonna be messing with heat vents or not. Also, I ordered the parking gauge dial pinlet, I think, pinlet, whatever they call it. So I gotta do that. Also, the lug nuts, I got them out of the apple cider vinegar. It took off a lot of the rust, but these things are just pretty beat up. I may order a new set of lug nuts, but I don't know. I kind of hate to spend money on lug nuts. I got some metal for the bash guard, which is up here. So yeah, I'm going to mock up something, try and figure out how much room I need for the lights. Okay, so I got one hood brace on already, and they're pretty simple. These trucks had a problem. The hoods would kink right here. You can see I kind of straightened this one out already. I'll try and do a before shot. But they would kink because the hinges have a design problem, but also they'd get rusted or hard to close, and then the hoods would kink. I just thought this was cool. This was a truck at the Mecum auction, and they bent the hood before it went up to be sold. And so yeah, you can see it all bent up in the picture there. This guy's channel is Rat Rod Bob Builds, and he does an amazing job fixing his hood and reinforcing it. Like, it's over the top, but it's awesome how he does it. He does an amazing job, so check him out. The reason they would kink, it was kind of a design flaw, but kind of not. The story I was told was that these hoods were like a guillotine, and when they did crash tests on them after they first made them, the hoods would just like act like a blade, and supposedly, this is what I was told, the test mannequins, like it would just chop their heads off. So they put this kink in the hood, this weak spot in the brace, so that when it was in a head-on collision, the hoods would kink and not chop off people's heads. But it became a problem over the years. When people would close the hoods, they would kink. So you got to put these little braces in. Yeah, and so these, you can buy these anywhere. These are from LMC. You know, I've never used this before, but like I remember as a kid one time, we just had some angle iron and popped it up in there, and you know, people have done all sorts of things. I'm gonna put this in here now. You just take out one of those bolts and screw them in. Okay, I've already done this once, but I'm going to go around, oil all the pivots on the hood again, make sure it's well lubricated. These hinges are kind of crazy too. I just counted, there's actually 6 pivot points on these hinges. So that's part of the problem with these too, is that, yeah, if they get gummed up or rusted, then the hood doesn't want to close and people force it, and then they get those kinks in the hood. So we'll see. I'm going to go look for hood pins and see if maybe we'll put in some hood pins. So this is one of my junk rooms, storage rooms, where I keep a bunch of old stuff. But I'm almost positive I have hood pins out here. All I found, I don't know if you can see them, are the pins. I can't find the rods, or I guess they'd be a rod. So I'm going to dig some more. Well, I didn't find them, but I even found the wires that, you know, the cables that you put on the rings, but I never found the rod. So I guess I got to buy some, which is a bummer. When I couldn't find the hood pins, I started messing with the hood latch and got it to work. There was a couple things going on. The spring that pops the hood, it was stretched. So it's kind of preventing the hood from going all the way down. Also, the latch was gummed up, so I hit it with a hammer and some oil. That seemed to pop it loose. And so, yeah, it seems to be working now. But unfortunately, this corner is not fitting very well, and it's adjusted all the way down. So I'm not sure if the hood needs a little tweaking, or if there's a trick to drop the hinge down even more. I'm not sure what happened, so I gotta mess with that. It's the same on the other side too, so it's pretty annoying. Okay, so I started digging into the dash a little bit here, and the heater controller seems to be working, but unfortunately the blower switch is broke. Oh, I can't do this one-handed. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get just that switch. I hate to have to buy this whole thing. It definitely needs a good cleaning. They don't seem to have gotten into the wires on it at all, so we'll see what happens. I got my horn here. That's something else I want to be able to set up, some sort of switches. I'll need a couple switches for lights and a horn button, a couple other things. Something else I'm kind of excited about, I've never done before. I ordered some fluorescent orange needle paint to repaint the needles. I've never done that before, so that'll be kind of interesting. But I want to get in with some Q-tips or something and clean these gauges up nice and get ready for the new dash. Okay, so I'm kind of mocking up the bash guard a little bit. I have some 6-inch wide 1/4-inch plate steel. And as you can see, they're just kind of clamped on for now. And I'll trim them, shape them a little bit. And this is just some cardboard and PVC scraps I've been playing around with. What I'm trying to do is just figure out how much room I need to put the lights in. So there'll be a set of lights. And so yeah, this is all very rough, very crude, but you get the idea. I'll start getting some rough measurements off of it, do a little bit better job tacking, mocking it up, and come back to it. I'll also be fabricating in a couple of hooks on each side that I can do a toe chains on. I also found out that it was common for these switches to break, so they're pretty readily available. So I will get another one and make the heater work. I decided this truck would be best to have in the winter, with snow and everything. That would be pretty awesome. So I'm going to want a heater. I was thinking about deleting the heater, but let's have a heater. I think also I'm going to make a trip out to the junkyard. I've been told there's a couple of square bodies out there, and that, I may be able to rob some of these vents, some heat control stuff from them, and who knows what other interior stuff we can get. Also, I want to thank Billet351. He commented in the last video, told me do not do diamond plate, spend the money, get real door panels. I'm going to have a new dash pad, new seats, get some real door panels. And he's probably right. I priced diamond plate. It's been a long time since I bought new diamond plate, and it's super expensive. So I can have door panels for a little bit more. So I'm going to get a set of real door panels for this. And I think that'll be kind of cool, actually. Also, the interior is this carmine red, which I think they only did it for a couple years. So it's kind of hard to get, but they are available for the door panels. But I do like that shade of red. And since this is called deep carmine red, the body color. So I'm going to have carmine red door panels. And thank you to everyone for all the comments and really encouraging, nice stuff people been saying, and I appreciate it. I've been enjoying making these videos. It's really fun for me, and so I appreciate all the subscriptions and nice comments. So thank you very much. This guy has a 74 Dodge Charger. I love those Chargers. Those are way underrated.
Sometimes I feel like a lizard in a tin box. Like being in a tin box, like a lizard in a tin box.